glaube auch, Janis. Ah, du bist ein Scam. Falsch, ne? Sorry, Bro. Dem ist hart.
Hast du, Lukas, deine Nachricht gelesen?
Dass du weniger Dings nehmen sollst?
Nein, jetzt. Hast du?
Hat gesagt, dass du Ass bist? Hallo?
Nee, nicht die.
Ich hatte gestern bei einem Wort eben gerade Taschentür geholt, weil Tränen kamen. Weg ist drauf.
Oh,
Bin
du
ich
weißt
grad
gar nicht, wo du weg warst. Du weißt gar
Ich
nicht.
schau mir mein VOD später an, gell?
Nein. Wenn du irgendwann
Ab
nachts
jetzt
im
wird er
Bett liegst-
gemutet, Chat, wenn ich weg bin.
Nein, wenn du irgendwann nachts im Bett liegst, dann kommt so ein weißer Strahl von Gott auf den Boden. Und der wird diese Worte sagen, die ich eben gesagt habe. Wer wird es dir sagen?
Was für ein weißer Strahl vom Himmel, Digga.
Dir werden Tränen kommen.
Das ist ein...
Get yourself sorted. We'll be deployed shortly. Hostile dropping into the skies.
Got that bitch!
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy soldier incoming. Alright, that's enough mucking about. Now we do this for real. Battle Royale. Set a drop point for your team, soldier. You've got gas closing in fast. Get to the
Marshal
safe
Hilo.
zone.
I'll
Clear
fly.
to engage all targets.
That is mine. Got him.
UAV overhead.
Up high.
Be advised, your teammate got their arse kicked. They're RTBing this time. Your team is KIA. It's up to you now.
Up high. Up high.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'll take the stick.
Gas is closing in. Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Up high.
Be advised, there's an enemy team hunting you.
this is for people who don't know who Mutex is. I can say that a lot of people already know who he is, but for those who don't, even if I was spectating an enemy. So if somebody suspected a streamer of cheating and they decided to drop into their game by stream sniping them, then die to that streamer, they would then be able to spectate that, or Mutex being spectated by somebody could see there was an enemy over towards Superstore direction, and he did do a little look towards that. Would that be deemed as suspicious? I would say no, and the reason for that is because any towards now again, you could look slightly yeah. At this point here, he's looking in the direction of this building. He doesn't know there's any enemies there by visuals, other than the mini-map. As you can see here, there is a red dot showing up there. Yeah? So he now knows there's an enemy in this building. And then at this point, I know it's poor quality, guys. I know. The enemy is actually on the roof. Now, we can see from the wall hacker's point of view, the player name and what looks like player skeleton on the enemy as well. But Mutex playing standard would be able to see that enemy stood on the roof either way, after seeing a red dot on his mini-map. So for him to then actually look in that direction through his car 98, it's fair game. Nothing suspicious about that either. Now you can see the player skeleton walking up the building on the left side there. And Mutex decides to push into that exact location. Could he have heard footsteps from there? It's a possibility. You will be able to hear footsteps still from there. In that situation, again, he's aiming to the left side of the enemy. And the reason I mention that he's aiming to the left of the enemy there is because in the first clip that we showed in the compilation video the other day, it actually shows him as he drops in, he aims to the left of the enemy and then corrects his aim to the right onto the enemy. And I'm wondering whether or not there's a pattern there now. It could be. But he would have been able to hear that enemy there as he's gone in. The reason why I believe he's gone into this building, one, it could be because, hey, if he's got wall hacks, he would have known the enemy was there. But the main thing that I would say is that due to him knowing that there was an enemy in the building next to the... It doesn't help the fact that on his live stream he's talking about cheats. He's maybe doing it in a joking manner, or maybe he's doing a double bluff like I've mentioned in the past. But watch this now. This is from the moment that we've seen in the first clip on the other video. I was doing checks over towards Superstore, and keep in mind that he did get shot from Superstore earlier. He's checking his heartbeat sensor, nothing shows on it. But he does seem to have long pauses over at the building where you can see two player skeletons on the left side. Anybody who has used wall hacks to the point where they've mastered them, being able to hide the fact that they are using them, will tell you that it's so hard to detect if somebody is or isn't using them. Even if you're spectating them whilst using wall hacks, it can be very hard to detect. I want to show you where I think he looked over towards these enemies here. Okay, checks his heartbeat at this point, and this is the second time he looks over at this building in this direction. What's he looking for here? What do you think? And bearing in mind there's two enemies over this side as well. So he's got two over here and two here, which we can see because we're looking at it from the wall hacker's point of view, who is spectating Mutex. So imagine having this sort of game awareness. Okay, he's had no signs of that enemy being on the roof to the left side of him there. Checks his heartbeat, nothing there. There's the enemy. He spots him. Okay, so I'm going to say that he didn't know that enemy was there. I'm going to say he didn't know he was there until he had visuals. The reason for that is because he looked over in that direction for about 2 or 3 seconds before he actually spotted that enemy on the roof. He took a shot and he hit his shot. That wasn't very suspicious to me either. It's at this point that he starts joking about turning wall hacks on. Like, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Turn wall hack on. Wait, 1 sec. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, bop. Oh yeah, I see him right there. He's literally right there. Oh yeah.
Now we can see that guy lying down. I want to pull it back just a little bit here. I want to analyze this fully. From this point here, we can see the enemy lying down at the end of the hallway. You know, when he drops down and actually kills the guy, we can already see him from this point. And this is the moment where Mutex starts joking about having wall hacks on. Now, of course, we already know that he's seen an enemy on the top of that roof. But how would Mutex know if the enemy is still in there or not? Was it just a guess and got lucky? Maybe. But watch from here, we can see the enemy lying down there. He's joking about turning his wall hacks on. He's like, yeah, I can see him. As he's jumping across, we can see the enemy lying down at the end of the hall there. He does a check on his heartbeat here, and a lot of guys were saying he checked his heartbeat and the enemy showed up. There's nothing there. There's no sign of distance of an enemy or a red dot on the actual heartbeat sensor to indicate an enemy being within that building. There's no sign of it whatsoever. That's his first check. Second check, again, nothing shows up on the heartbeat sensor on his second check. Let's do it. Nothing shows up on the heartbeat sensor for his second check. No sound cue for it. Then he jokes about here, watch this, slightly to the left of the enemy. Now imagine you are using wall hacks. You're a big streamer and you're getting spectated by 3 people. You need to be thinking, hang on, what if somebody's spectating me who's using wall hacks and I aim directly at that person through the wall now? That's going to look bad. So I'll aim to the left side of him. Yeah. Like he did on the first instance as he pushed up the stairs, he aimed to the left of the enemy and then readjusted his aim. He's done the same on this one as we go back here a little bit. Okay. He messes about here as if he's aiming at the enemy, but to the left, he drops down and it's almost like he knew that enemy was lying there. And the reason I say that is because we can see the player skeleton. Without that player skeleton there, that's an enemy lying down in a dark corner with a rose skin. And this was at the point before the rose skin nerf. Okay? If it's even been nerfed, because I've seen videos, it's still bad. But this was prior to that. This video is from around the time the rose skin was the ultimate nightmare on Warzone, where you could not see anybody who had the rose skin who was sitting in a dark corner. Yet, somehow Mutex knew he was there and was able to shoot him from this point. And shoots at the enemy. That's the only thing that made that suspicious for me, is the fact that the guy had a rose skin. That for me is the reason why this is suspicious, is because he was able to see the rose skin in a dark corner that quick. So yes, he joked about using wall hacks. Yes, he knew the enemy was around this building earlier on before a push up into the stairwell and actually killing another enemy, which seemed slightly suspicious. But overall, throughout this whole clip, I would say that there is an explanation for most of it. Even if you're watching with wall hacks, not once did he aim directly at any player skeleton. So if he was doing that, that would be very stupid of him as a top level streamer anyway, even if he was cheating. But there's no signs of wall hacks actually being used, in my opinion, other than the fact that he messed about and joked about using cheats. But on his stream, he instantly switches it to his monitor. He's like, shit, I need to put a camera on my monitor, and he does it instantly. There's no messing about, there's no pressing of buttons. He instantly switches it and shows his monitor. Instead of having a hand cam, it goes to a monitor cam. And you can see on that cam there is no ESP wall hacks on show on his monitor. So guys, although it looks suspicious, and the fact that he's being spectated by somebody using wall hacks, I'm going to sit here and say that for me, there's not enough to go off on this video. What I will say though is that it doesn't seem suspicious in this clip. There's no real high pushes. There's no real hard work being done. There's nothing tricky. He's not getting pushed by 3 teams at once. In those instances are the ones where you will actually find out if somebody is using wall hacks, because they will start looking at people through walls, and that is when you will see them. For this though, it doesn't seem too suspicious in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Well, there we have it guys. That's But watch this now. This is from the moment that we seen in the first clip on the other video.
My aimbot, dude.
Imagine. Oh my gosh!
No shot. No shot.
Oh my gosh! Bro!
Oh shit, I thought he was in the Nine.
He didn't even chow me, dude.
I think he's on the...
Oh my god. What are you doing? Oh my gosh! He just yelled. Holy
I would
smoly.
do if I got...
Money, it's just over Shaw.
Hey, I'm gonna invite my duo.
Dude, like, you are nasty. Like, Guy bottom right now? On him again, that same guy.
I'm getting top of
Guys up top, Shack, down guy.
Get yourself sorted. We'll be deployed shortly.
Oh my god, dude.
Hostile dropping into the area. What? Playtime's over, mate. You're going to the war zone. Battle Royale. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
Offline.
Alright, lads. Let's get it done. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV overhead. We're in the gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment. Fight's kicking off. Time for a bit of urgent. You're up next, mate. Get ready. Listen up, soldier. Win here and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Sort them out or capture the objective. Stand by for redeployment.
Out of the way. I'll drive.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
I'll drive.
Relocating the safe zone. Losing ground. Friendly UAV overhead.
You just went.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV overhead.
Out of the way. I'll drive.
Loadout drop headed your way. Friendly UAV overhead.
Out of the way. I'll drive. Out of the way. I'll drive.
UAV overhead. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Enemy UAV overhead.
You're not dead yet.
Losing ground.
Let's head for the safe zone. I got the wheel. I'm driving.
Now go for the win.
Let's go, bro. That's what you get for playing like a rat, dog. That's what the fuck you get. Let's go. That's what the fuck you get.